Good evening and welcome to the Township of Clark Council meeting. It's Monday, November 17th, 7:30 p.m. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Here.
Councilmember Hund. Here. Councilmember Mazzarella.
Here.
Councilmember Manitti.
Here.
Councilmember O'Connor.
Here.
Councilmember Toll.
Here.
Council President Smith.
Here. Can you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence? Thank you.
Pledge allegiance.
This meeting is in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, as adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by mailing the annual schedule of meetings to the Star-Ledger, the Leader, Union County Local Source, and Tappan to Clark, by posting such annual meeting schedule on the bulletin board in Town Hall reserved for such announcements, the official website of the Township, and the proper filing of said notice. Formal action may be taken at this meeting.
Great, thank you. I'd like to move on to communications from the mayor and reports of township officers. Mayor Albanese.
Thank you, Mr. President. While the results have not been officially finalized by the county regarding the recent election, to the citizens of Clark, particularly those who voted for me, thank you for your trust in me to carry on as your mayor. You're the reason I do this work. Your voices, your concerns, your hopes for your families and for our community. They've guided every decision and every step that we take. I promise to honor that trust by listening, leading with transparency, and working tirelessly. For every resident, no matter how you voted, I represent all citizens of Clark. I also want to congratulate Councilwoman Hoff on her election and for all her hard work during our campaign. So I hope you'll tune in for the swearing in, which will be coming up in the future. A couple of other points I want to mention. November is always a very busy month as we approach the holiday season, but I just want to remind any citizens that didn't file their Stay New Jersey PAS-1 form, which was due October 31st. You can reach out to me, ask any questions, and perhaps they may extend the deadline. I'm not sure at this point in time, but if you missed that deadline and you're over 65 and you haven't filed your forms, please research that and contact our tax collector, Laura Calaguire at Town Hall. As I said, November seems to be flying by, but I do want to take a moment to thank all the organizations and families that participated in the Trunk or Treat annual program. We had great weather, great turnout, and fun was had by all. Of course, I also want to thank our police department, our recreation director for organizing the event, and to all the volunteers and youth that helped to clean up the mess after the event as well. Last week, we celebrated Veterans Day. Thank you to the American Legion, VFW Posts, for a beautiful tribute to our veterans on Veterans Day. It was truly a cold, windy day, but that did not hinder the beautiful tribute to our veterans. And a special shout out to Commander Dave Broadwell of the American Legion Post 328 for organizing the event. Some upcoming events in the next few weeks. We have a holiday tree and menorah lighting. That'll be 3 to 6 p.m. on Saturday, November 29th, with a rain date of Sunday, November 30th. And the tree will be lit at 5:45, so don't miss that if you plan on attending. I saw this morning that there were still a few openings for Breakfast with Santa at the 8 a.m. breakfast. And if you can, take advantage of that, please do. If you don't get to go to Breakfast with Santa, don't forget, he'll be at the tree lighting as well. I think that's all I have right now.
All right, thank you, Mayor
Thank
Albanese.
you.
Okay, Councilwoman Hoff.
Thank you. I also wanted to just say thank you to all of the voters, to my fellow council members, and to my partner in this process, Mayor Albanese. I was very proud to stand with her and be on the ticket together with her, and enjoyed all of our time together and all of our hard work. I'd also like to thank the citizens for all of your support and your endorsement by way of your vote and the confidence in what we've done and what we will continue to do. When I joined this council, it was my honor, and I appreciated everything that my fellow council members and all members of the administration did to help me get acclimated into this role. But to have now been elected, it feels a little extra special. So I'm looking forward to continuing the good work that we've been doing, to continue listening to everyone. We worked hard walking around and talking to people, and the reality is the election might be over, but that's not changing. So I'm looking forward to my time with everyone. I'd also like to thank my family. I think they know who I am still, or they're getting to know me again after being gone for as long as we were. But dinners are back on the table, and I'm very grateful for their support and their love that they gave me so that I was able to do this. So I'm looking forward to the next 3 years. Moving on, I have our library report for November. In October, the library had over 8,308 visitors and had 18,856 website and social media visits. There's various fall events that are taking place. There's a costume jewelry sale that's happening on December 6th. The Teen Advisory Board meeting is December 8th. They're looking for I think they're still looking for teens to join that advisory board. So if you have someone who's interested, you should reach out to the library. On December 8th at 7 p.m., Dickens A Christmas Carol, and they are having Santa's Storytime Show on Thursday, December 11th, and that's at 5:30. So I do know we've been talking about making sure that there's some events beyond the school times and after, the traditional banker hours so that people are able to enjoy the library more. And that concludes my report at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Hund.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to congratulate Mayor Albanese and Councilwoman Hoff on their recent election victory. Congratulations. It was outstanding to be a part of it with you and through the whole process. So I have the Clark Police Department monthly report for October 2025. We saw a total of 1,991 calls, 672 which came in via 911. For services, including but not limited to 146 for ambulance requests, 68 alarm calls, 2 arrive calls, which was for mental health requests, 0 attempts at burglary, 41 fire department requests, 13 fraud identity thefts, 7 motor vehicle and residential lockouts, 85 motor vehicle accidents, and 20 shoplifting and thefts. There was a total of 17 adult arrests, including but not limited to 6 for warrants, 7 for shoplifting, 1 for fraud, 1 for domestic violence. The Youth Aid Bureau handled a total of 5 cases, including but not limited to 1 for criminal mischief, 1 for bias incident, and 3 for all others. That concludes my report for the month of October.
Thank you, Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes, thank you, Council President. This is my DPW report for this evening. Branch pickup is complete for 2025. Please do not put branches in your leaf piles in the roadway. They will not be picked up. DPW has made multiple extra pickups. All branches must remain on your property until the spring cleanup, which is anticipated to be in March, weather permitting. So please remember that and make a note of that. Leaf pickup will continue until the final pickup on December 16th. Please, no branches, plastic bags, rakes, or flower pots, etc. Grass, vegetable gardens, and perennials can be put in the leaf piles. Electric drop-off will resume in January 2026. Tree evaluations are complete for 2025. Please do not request any tree evaluations until the spring of 2026, when the trees are blooming. And lastly, please remove all your basketball and soccer nets from the roadway. There is a township ordinance that prohibits this. The snow will be coming, and so please, it will prevent damage to the equipment and your property. So we need to make our roads safer, especially during snow emergencies. So please, get the nets off of the roadway, put them on your property. And any information, go to dpw@ourclock.com. Thank you. That's the extent of my report.
Thank you. Councilmember Minetti?
Thank you, Council President. In the month of October, the Clark Fire Department responded to 45 calls, totaling 543 for the year. Incidents include, but are not limited to, 7 for fire, 3 rescue and EMS, 8 for hazardous conditions, 5 for service calls, 3 for good intent calls, 18 false alarms, and 1 for special incidents. The Clark Fire Department is looking for new members. If you or anyone you know is interested in joining the department, please contact the fire department through their website at clarkfd.info. And as always, I'd like to thank the members of the Clark Fire Department for their hard work and dedication in keeping our residents safe. This concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember O'Connor?
Thank you very much. From the Finance Office, the township continues to be able to meet its current obligations. As this is the end of the year, you're going to be seeing tonight some transfers between balances, which is something that we do every year. So thank you, Jimmy, and your team. With regard to the Clark Volunteer Emergency Squad for the month, the squad participated in the township's trunk or treat. An ambulance was stationed at the Unicos Italian Festival. Some of the members attended the EMS Council for New Jersey's annual convention and educational symposium in Fairfield. With regard to the call volume, October had 135 calls with 3 mutual aids. This does not include any calls that they were dispatched on and canceled. Total hours responding to calls was approximately 870 man-hours. This does not include any hours the members were on duty when not on calls. Year-to-date call volume is 1,052 calls. With regard to membership, at this time, all cadet positions are filled, and we're keeping a waiting list. And again, we talk about Clark and how people give back to the community. Here's a perfect example. The cadet spots are filled. Thank you very much for all of your participation and volunteering for those who volunteered. They are accepting applications for those 18 years and older, free CPR, driving, and EMT training. Anyone interested can email us at www.ourclock.org or membership@clarkems.org. And with regard to servicing the community, the squad hosted 3 blood drives in October, and this was respectfully submitted by Lori Sheldon, the trustee. That concludes my reports. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Toll?
Thank you, Mr. President. On November the 4th, 2025, you, the citizens of the Township of Clark, went to the polls and elected the first female woman to serve as mayor of the Township of Clark. Angel Albanese is the 41st person to use and hold that office, dating back to 1864. She's taken the oath of office and now will be in office for 3 more years with a vision of Clark's future. But you, the citizen, the voter, made those decisions to also bring in Jessica Hoff. Jessica Hoff is the first woman with the last name of Huff, and to join a long line of very important individual females who left a trailblazers back from the 70s Virginia Palian was one of the first females on the dais, along with Elma Mae Kump-School. Her husband was the superintendent of schools, but again, a trailblazer, and that's what Jessica Hoff is doing. She's helping build a better future under the tutelage of Angel Albanese. So again, thank you, residents of the Township of Clark, making a sound decision and making the first 41st mayor of Clark from 1864 to 2025. We give a little bit of a historical footnote because the country is going to be celebrating its 250th anniversary, and people are starting to bring advertising to it. We'll be telling you a little bit of historical footnotes as we go into the end of the year and into the new year. Thank you very much, Mr. President. That's all I got for now, okay?
Hey, thank you. Okay, from the Rec Director, Ralph Bernardo. First, Ralph Bernardo, myself, the council administration, as well as the Clark PBA would like to thank all the people who volunteered using their trunks for the annual trunk or treat. It was another huge success with over 700 kids in attendance. So again, kudos to Ralph for coordinating that, and thanks to the PBA for helping out and running the event. Our next big event is the Christmas tree and menorah lighting on Saturday, November 29th from 3 to 6 p.m. The tree will be lit promptly at 5:45 p.m. We started doing that a few years ago. So again, 5:45 p.m. is the actual tree and menorah lighting. There'll be plenty of rides, music, choirs, characters, food, and plenty to see and do. If you're interested in helping decorate Town Hall, we will be meeting at 9 a.m. on Friday, November 28th, which is the day before Thanksgiving, and it takes about 2 to 3 hours to set up all the decorations. The Rec Department will have the annual house decorating contest, so stop by the Recreation Department to pick up your flyer and to register your house. There'll be multiple prizes for multiple categories awarded, as we've done in the past. The Senior Holiday Luncheon will be Thursday, December 4th at the Grand Centurions. You still have time to sign up, so if you're interested, please stop by the Rec Department or contact Ralph or Emily at 732-428-8400. Tomorrow night, which gives you one more day, will be the Rec Basketball Draft. It's for grades K through 8th, so if you are interested, please contact Ralph tomorrow morning or during the day to register your child. Registration for indoor soccer is also taking place. Again, you have a few more days for registration, so if you're interested, please sign up ASAP. And lastly, the winter session recreation classes will be out at the end of November. You could always register online or always stop by the rec office. All the information's on the ourclark.com website under the Recreation tab. And that's all I have this evening. Okay, Madam Clerk, when you're ready, we can move on to ordinances, appropriations, and claims.
Thank you, Mr. President. For the record, no objections have been received in connection with the proposed ordinances. Ordinance 25-31 is an ordinance to amend Chapter 145 entitled Fees, Article 5 entitled Recreation Department, Section 145-8 entitled Program Fees of the Code of the Township of Clark.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to open the meeting for a public hearing on this ordinance and this ordinance only. Hold on, I don't need a motion right now. I'm just opening it. Yeah, so if anyone would like to come up and speak on this ordinance, you'll have 5 minutes in duration. Please state your name and town you reside in. All right, seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close this public hearing. Thank you, Councilmember Maniti. Can I get a second? Thank you, Councilmember O'Connor. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, now I need a motion to adopt the ordinance.
Yes, I'll move it.
Thank you, Councilmember Mazzarella, and can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilmember Hun. Anyone have any discussion or questions for the business administrator? Jim, do you have anything to add on it, other than it's just the rec program fees?
Again, just for the record, it is a change that now will, it's still going to be approved by the council, but we can change the cost of recreation programs by resolution as opposed to ordinance.
All right, great, thank you. Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Maniti.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Ordinance adopted. Next is ordinance 25-32, an ordinance amending Chapter 195, Part 3, Article 22, Section 195-123.2, entitled Requirements for Residential Accessory Uses and Structures, and Article 28, Section 195-210, entitled Swimming Pools. And for the record, the Planning Board heard this for consistency with the master plan and has recommended adoption of this ordinance.
Great, thank you. At this time, I will open up the meeting for a public hearing on this ordinance, 25-32. If anyone would like to come forward, please state your name. You'll have 5 minutes in duration. Okay, seeing nobody, I'd like a motion to close the public hearing. Thank you, Councilmember Toll. Can I get a second? Thank you, Councilmember Mazzarella. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, now a motion to adopt the ordinance.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilmember Hun. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilmember Hoff. Any discussion or questions for our BA? Jim?
So the main parts of this is we included pergolas and gazebos as part of the ordinance, so we're clear on that. Increase the square footage to 200 square feet for sheds, pergolas, and gazebos, but left the same setback so that they can't be closer to the fence, so that all stayed the same. And then, as we discussed, there were 2 separate sections that we addressed pools, and we just made it consistent in one section, but that's it.
Thanks for clarifying. Anyone else? All right, roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Manitti.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Ordinance adopted. Next is ordinance 25-33, bond ordinance to authorize the undertaking of various infrastructure improvements in, by, and for the Township of Clark in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $996,300 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for such issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds.
Great, thank you. At this time, I will open up the meeting for a public hearing on this bond ordinance. If anyone would like to come forward, state your name, you have 5 minutes of duration, and also the town you reside in. Okay, seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close the public hearing. Thank you, Councilmember O'Connor. Get it second. Thank you, Councilmember Hund. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, this time I need a motion to adopt this ordinance.
I'll move it.
Oh, thank you, Councilmember Hoff. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilmember Toll. Anyone have any questions or anything to add on this, Jim?
Again, just for the record, this is from damage from the July storm. We're going to be fixing the wall, retaining wall right off of Oak Ridge just before the park. We have the Wendell storm drain that got damaged, and then we were dredging Pumpkin Patch, and we're putting in a Gabion retaining wall off of Deerwood.
Great, thank you. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Manitti.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Ordinance adopted.
Okay, when you're ready, we can move on to introduction of proposed ordinances.
First ordinance is 25-34, an ordinance amending Chapter 255 entitled Property Maintenance, Article 6 entitled Vacant and Abandoned Property of the Code of the Township of Clark to establish a vacancy determination process and notice and cure requirement.
Okay, can I get a motion?
Yes, I'll move it.
Thank you, Councilmember Mazzarella. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilmember Toll. All right, any discussion or questions on this proposed ordinance?
Yeah, so this is an ordinance that we're looking to change. It came out of a bunch of lawsuits that the Mel and the JIF came up with or has been seeing, that a lot of towns had very high fees associated with the registration. Ours are not. The attorney looked at it and compared it and made sure that it made sense. However, there was some items that we could have added to it, and it's really documentation on, what we did, how often we do it. It's all going to be done through GovPilot as we establish the township-wide system. And this way, it just gives us the evidence for what work is being done. A lot of the other towns were charging and not doing anything, so it was more a money grab. We've been going to the property, so it wasn't something, outside of what we were doing. We're just going to set up a process for documenting, and that's what this ordinance is going to be dealing with. The primary other reason is that even though the Mel and the JIF insure us up to, depending on what type of case, over $1 million, they're limiting the defense-only portion of this to $150,000 going forward. So, it's just dots our I's and crosses our T's to make sure that we're in compliance.
Great, thank you for being so diligent with that. Does anyone have any questions for the BA or the mayor on that? All right, roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Maniti. Yes. Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Public hearing on this ordinance is December 15. Next is ordinance 25-35, an ordinance to amend Chapter 347 entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Section 25 entitled Parking Prohibited at All Times of the Code of the Township of Clark.
Get a motion? Thank you, Councilmember O'Connor. Get a second? Thank you, Councilmember Toll. Anyone have discussion or questions? So this is Cellar Drive to Lake Avenue? And the
Yeah,
curb
approximately
painted yellow?
1190. It's going to be a yellow painted curb.
1190 Cellar right to Lake Ave.
Yes.
All right. Anyone else have any questions on it? All right, roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Maniti.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Public hearing is also December 15th for this ordinance. Next is 25-36, an ordinance to amend Section 161-47 entitled Fees and Section 161-48 entitled Fire Watch of Chapter 161 entitled Fire Prevention of Article 8 entitled Enforcement of Uniform Fire Safety Act of Part 2 entitled General Legislation.
Get a motion?
I'll move that.
Thank you, Councilmember Minity. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Councilmember Mazzarella. Anyone have any questions or discussions? Go ahead, Mayor Albanese.
Mr. President, I just want to mention that it's been quite a long time since we increased our fees. I want to thank Captain Frank Sarasa for his work and diligence in getting these new fees set.
Great, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Maniti.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Public hearing is December 15. Next is ordinance 25-37, an ordinance to amend Section 3-11 entitled Regular Meetings of Article 5 entitled Township Council Meetings of Chapter 3 entitled Administration of Government of Part 1 entitled Administrative Legislation.
Great, thank you. I believe the motion and second is going to be entire council. Is that okay with everyone up on the dais? Okay. Jim or Albanese, do you have anything to add to this, other than we're going to go to 2 public meetings, I guess first and third Monday of every month starting January?
Correct. And this will be a great benefit to the operation of the administration because we'll get things done more timely, pay bills more timely, have any issues that need to be passed by the council and reviewed by council. This will speed up the whole process and also level out the workload.
Great, thank
So I
you.
thank you.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Maniti. Yes. Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Public hearing on this ordinance is December 15th. Next is ordinance 25-38, an ordinance to amend Section 347-33 entitled Stop Intersections of Article 5 entitled Traffic Regulations of Chapter 347 entitled Vehicles and Traffic of Part 2 entitled General Legislation.
All right, can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilmember Toll. Second.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilmember Maniti. Anyone have any questions, or Jim, you have anything to add for discussion?
Oh, just so the public knows that it's going to be Kennedy Drive and Skyline on Kennedy and Fairview Road and Mildred on Fairview.
Great, thank you. All right, roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund. Yes. Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Maniti.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Public hearing on this ordinance is December 15th.
All right, now we're going to move to payment of claims. Councilman O'Connor.
Thank you. I have reviewed the bills for the month totaling $330,439.56.
Great, thank you. All right, at this time, we're going to go to the citizens' hearing on the agenda. I'll open the meeting to the public. The public portion of the meeting is to allow the public to bring to the council's attention their concerns or comments in accordance with NJSA 10:4-12A and the Code of the Township of Clark. All remarks shall be, each person addressing the council shall give their name and the town in which they reside in to the clerk. All remarks shall be addressed to the council as a body and shall not exceed 5 minutes in duration. At the conclusion of the statements or questions from a member of the public, the council president, at his or her discretion, may choose to respond or not respond. So this is on agenda items only. If you'd like to come forward, please do so. You have 5 minutes or duration.
Good evening, John Greaves from Clark. Just two real quick questions. I saw that there's a new tax appeal payment that's like almost $200,000. I just noticed that there's been quite a few of them in that area, and I understand that those get adjudicated and you can't necessarily fight that after it's been adjudicated by the county. But I guess I was just curious. It seems like there's been a few of these recently, and especially in that area. Is there something with the appraisal process or something that maybe needs to be adjusted so that we have, maybe more accurate appraisals so that these appeals don't end up kind of surprising us? And then the other thing was, the developer agreement for the 56 Westfield, which is the old AMP. That's pretty much the step before doing a pilot. It seems like you've alluded that there would probably be a pilot in that property in previous meetings. I just wanted to confirm, does that seem like the track that things are going on? And that's it. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Greaves. All right, seeing no one else, I'd like a motion to close this portion.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilmember Mazzarella, and second, Councilmember Toll. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Do you want to address any of those? I mean, I know the...
You could,
Yeah.
you're the boss, I could...
Yeah, no, let's do them real quick. I know the tax
So
appeals.
the appraisals are, we don't go around and reappraise every property every year. So we did the appraisals. What ends up happening is every year as the property values go up, the percentage goes down to equal it out. There's no way to really control that overall for a town for the number of properties that we have. And it's within the right of the property owner to appeal their taxes. Now, this one goes back a while, and as we discussed, as we, been settling all of the previous tax appeals, the courts were really slow during COVID. They just started to open up and pick up, and there was, it's a catch-22 because the property owners don't see what's happening and what the results of the appeals are, within the towns, including ours. So they don't know to settle or not settle. So until it starts opening, it's like, we have to move forward. And there is no easy way to do that unless we go around every year reassessing every property.
And one of the other issues was after COVID, with everyone working from home, the office space is now not as valuable. So
Yeah, that's, some other ones that we had.
Right.
It wasn't this one in particular,
Right.
but
for
yeah,
future, that's going to...
we're going to have a
may
lot of
happen.
big ones.
So,
Regarding the Clark Broadway Associates as the conditional redeveloper, they're in the process of acquiring an additional property, and they want to add that on to their plan that they'll be presenting at the next planning board meeting,
great, thank you.
first Thursday in December. I think it's December 4th.
All right, now we will move on to consent agenda resolutions.
Thank you, Mr. President. The following items are considered routine and non-controversial items by the Township Council and will be enacted upon by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda to be discussed and voted on, following the approval of the remaining items listed on the consent agenda. First is authorizing the transfer of funds within the 2025 municipal budget. Number 10 is requesting permission for the dedication by rider for fire department donations. 11 is requesting permission for the dedication by rider for recreation pool donations. 12 is requesting permission for the dedication by rider for tax sale premium trust fund. 13 is requesting permission for the dedication by rider for outside liens redemption trust fund. 14 is seeking approval of the Director of the Division of Local Government Services for insertion of a special item of revenue in the amount of $600,000 for the 2026 Capital Project Program Grant. 15 is appointing Adam Vega as member of the Clark Volunteer Fire Department effective November 17, 2025. 16 is appointing special law enforcement officers effective January 1st, 2026. 17 is authorizing the tax collector to refund overpayment of taxes in the amount of $514.84. 18 is authorizing the tax collector to settle a tax appeal for Block 142, Lot 4.0101, as authorized by the Tax Court of New Jersey, with credit issued in the amount of $193,410.67. 19 is opposing NJ State Senate Bill 4736, which bypasses local planning for increased density and height, regardless of a municipality's ability to ensure safety. Number 20 is reaffirming authorization to solicit quotation statements, RFQs, under a fair and open process for auditor, engineering services, professional planner, and various legal counsel appointments for calendar year 2026. 21 is authorizing the use of competitive contracting for the procurement of information technology and network support services. 22 is authorizing the business administrator to advertise a request for qualifications for on-call general contractors for facilities maintenance. And 23 is amending the Volunteer Emergency Squad and Clark Volunteer Fire Department Length of Service Award Program, also called LOSAP, and setting the qualifying point tiers and contribution amounts.
Great, thank you. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilmember Toll. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Councilmember Hoff. Anyone have any discussion or questions for the BA? Yeah, Mayor Albanese.
Just a few comments. We had several riders that were included in these resolutions. And it's basically for funds that we maintain in the township that don't belong to the township. We want to have a separate trust set up, so this just sends down the documents to Trenton to make sure that they're aware of what we're doing.
That's mainly
So
like
it's
for anyone who makes
compliance.
donations to the rec department or gives gifts or something.
Not related to
Right.
taxable monies or monies that are owed, for example, for employee deductions for payroll, et cetera, things like that. I appreciate you adding on to the agenda the New Jersey Senate Bill 4736. I hope you'll support that. The township goes through a master plan, long-range planning, and one of the things that we value in New Jersey is local control of land. And this legislation that they want to pass will bypass the local planning process, where the state can come in and take action against us and require us to build property or developments in areas that aren't zoned in that regard. So we don't want to let that pass, and that's why we're opposing it. The LOSAP amendment. Each year, inflation goes up, and the state permits additional funding in LOSAP, which is our firefighters and our emergency squads pension plan for the volunteer work that they do. So we want to make sure that we're keeping up with whatever the current rates are, so that we're paying the maximum to them, just like any other area where we're increasing salaries, et cetera. So that's what that legislation is for the volunteers.
I would just like to thank you on behalf of the emergency squad, and I'm sure Jimmy has a fire department as well for that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, I have two questions for either the BA or the mayor. On the tax appeals piece of it, have you had, maybe Jim, can you pick the phone up and speak to Senate President Scutari? And is there anyone down in Trenton who would be interested in hearing or changing the law? Like, why do the towns have to absorb the whole cost of the tax appeal? Is there any feedback on that, or headwind, or zero?
Yeah, there's been grumblings in the past, but that would require people to, elected officials, take action, right? And, the school boards would be affected, as would the counties. And right now, there is no intention of, making any of those changes. With that being said, I could always, put together a letter, from council, or myself, but, to carry more weight from council, to the, the new governor, the soon-to-be new governor, the current governor, and we could, Senate President, I could do whatever you want.
I'd love that
It has been discussed in the past, but no one's had the energy to push it.
I know it'll probably not go anywhere, but it may be worth the effort. Eventually, those who scream the loudest, sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
So I'll do as you suggest. I'll draft something up over the
Yeah,
next
if you want
week.
to draft something up, I have no problem putting my name on that. And then this.
And also, Council, just to keep in mind, so we're a member of the League of Municipalities, which happens to be having their convention this week. And probably one of the more important issues is that over the years, the state gets all the taxes that go on to the utilities, and those are taxes that our citizens pay on all those utilities. And they have not raised the amount that they reimburse us for, and that is one of the top issues that the league is fighting for. We should be getting back all of those taxes that the citizens are paying. As rates go up, the taxes go up, but we're not getting our fair share back. So I would say that's probably more money to us, because that's the only state money we really get. And it's been about the same for maybe 7 or 8 years now. They gave a little bit of money the past 2 years, and then it went down, but that's where we want to get some money,
And I hope
our money.
I hope number 2 on that list is the consent agenda ordinance, resolution number 19, the Senate Bill 4736. I hope that's something, I would assume all 500 and something towns in the state of New Jersey would put something together to send to the state, to the governor, and then the future governor.
This is going around different counties, got some momentum in Middlesex County, now Union County, and Bergen County. So, yeah, people are very cautious about this. I don't know if you have anything to add on that, Jim.
Yeah, we had, it just came out as we had our BA lunch on Thursday, and it was one of the topics of discussion for all of the people who were present. Even in the cities, they're concerned that, you don't want to lose control over some of this. So it's not just a suburban issue, and everybody was aware of it.
Well, if the cities are behind it, then it may have some weight, because that's the highest population, and we'll see. I appreciate it. All right. Anyone else have any questions before we move on? Okay, resolutions, number 24.
Just a roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry, roll call. Thank you.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Minetti. Yes. Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Toll.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, now
Number
resolutions.
24 is naming Clark Broadway Associates, LLC, as the conditional redeveloper for the property identified as Block 105, lots 1.01, 2.01, and 26.01, also known as 52 and 56 Westfield Avenue and Broadway near the intersection of Joseph Street, and authorizing the execution of a conditional redevelopers agreement with respect thereto.
Get a motion?
I'll motion that.
Thank you, Councilmember Hoff. Get a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Councilmember Minetti. Anyone have any questions or discussion, or Jim or Mayor Albanese?
Okay, as the question came up, what does this relate to? So this developer is buying a piece of land, and it hasn't closed yet, but the offer is in process. So in order to present his planning documents he's on the agenda for December 4th, we need to have this in place, otherwise they can't include that property. So it's conditional upon the closing.
Great, okay.
The only thing I'd want to add to that is that as part of the process, we make sure that they have the qualifications, that they have the ability, that they can do it. It's not something that, anybody could say, I want to become a redeveloper. You have to show that you can do it. Obviously, Garden Homes has a couple of very successful projects in the town, and they're, capable. So we're not just doing this for just anybody.
So passing this resolution, the odds are pretty good that they're going to close on that other property.
From what I understand, last time I talked to the attorney for the developer, they agreed on the price, they got a contract, they're just waiting for the contract to be signed, and similar to how we had one time a month that we could do things, they only have certain meetings that they can do things at. And it doesn't seem to be a priority, but, everything, everything that they have right now, it's moving forward.
Great, good to hear. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Hoff.
Yes.
Councilmember Hund.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes.
Councilmember Manitti. Councilmember O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilmember Tool.
Yes.
Council President Smith.
Yes. All right, any new business on the calendar?
There is no new business.
All right, now we'll move on to public comments. Open the meeting to the public. Public comment portion of the meeting is to allow the public to bring to the council's attention their concerns or comments in accordance with NJSA 10:4-12A and the Code of the Township of Clark. Each person addressing the council shall give their name and the town in which they reside to the clerk. All remarks shall be addressed to the council as a body and shall not exceed 5 minutes in duration. At the conclusion of the statements or questions from a member of the public, the council president, at his or her discretion, may choose to respond or not respond. So if anyone would like to come forward, please do so. And just state your name and town you reside in. Thank you.
Hello, John Grease again from Clark. I didn't say it earlier, but I wanted to say it again. Congratulations to Mayor Albanese and to Councilwoman Hoff for your victories. I hope that you guys will do a very good job. The other thing I'd like to bring up is just something in August on Valley Road and Parkway Drive, right by my house, there was a power line that went down and it melted the ground. And it's been a few months now, and they put cones around it. But the thing is, the cones sort of block half of one of the lanes, so you kind of have to sort of. But what happens is if someone's trying to pull in, as you're trying to pull out, it gets really kind of dicey there. And I just wanted to see what the status was with cleaning that up or fixing it. It happened before the Valley Road got paved, and I thought they would do it, but I'm not sure if it's right there on the edge, and I know Parkway and Valley are.
That's County Road, correct?
If I can answer that?
Yep. Is your microphone?
Both Councilwoman Huff and Councilman Hund on this situation back and forth. So do you want to give an update?
Next Monday, it should be repaired.
Awesome. That's great to hear. All right. That's it. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
Good evening. I'm Delia Collins Clark. The one thing I wanted to ask, if I can, to Mr. Ulrich, is there a way for the general public to find out who are the participants in Clark Broadway Associates LLC? Do you go to the state, or can it be found on?
I mean, it's no secret, and I mean, stop me if I say anything, but that's Garden Homes. It's the
Right.
developer who has the senior housing and the Valley Road project.
Yeah, okay. Also, on a good note, I'd like to thank the Clark Police Department, the dispatchers, volunteers in town, people who have watched on the recovery of Lola, the dog that was lost for almost a month in Union County. It allegedly went all the way to Watchung Mountains, to Scotch Plains, to Linden, to Rahway, and she was finally captured in Clark. So I wanted to thank the dispatchers, the police, our volunteers, and the people who were able to trap her. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Council. Glenn Fogarty from Clark, New Jersey, off of our beautiful promenade of Lake Avenue. I wanted to congratulate our esteemed Mayor Angel Albanese and Councilwoman Hoff. To me, this, at least in this town, represents the triumph of intelligence and pragmatism over ideology.
Mr. Fogarty, can you just pull the microphone up a little bit?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, okay. To me, this represents the triumph of intelligence and pragmatism of what works over ideology and decency over defamation. Mr. Schulman and Mr. Greaves, who has departed for the evening, generally come up here. Last time, Mr. Greaves used the term misinformation or disinformation and routinely accused members of this council of engaging in nefarious deception. and nothing can convince them otherwise. I really think the Stronger Clark group, which is really the same old usual suspects of Nancy Sheridan, Dario Valdivia, and Phil Rashkowski, controlling these people. They just throw up a new bunch of candidates against the wall and hope they stick. They should really get the hint that people really don't like them, and they really don't like their ideas. I suggest they read our friend John Bramnick's book, Why People Don't Like You. It actually has some good tips that they might want to do. So I want to congratulate Stronger Clark on their well-deserved defeat at the polls. I wanted to congratulate Mr. Greaves for the remarkable feat of getting even fewer votes than Mr. Gribb, who was running for this council, a council he never shows up for anyway. So, you know, if they're crying in their soy-based beverages, you know, so be it. They did get their boy Mamdani in the city, and they got Mikey Sherrill in to do more damage to this state. I was going to bring some goodwill to this affair tonight and perhaps give them some free extra hyphens for their names, since they have quite a few of them. You know, maybe even Mike Schulman could call himself Mike-E. Schulman and Schul-Men. I don't know what the thing is with these hyphenated names that they're into. I just find it very weird. It's an identity crisis of some sort on the part of this Stronger Clark group. It's very telling that Mr. Schulman got up at the last meeting and was defiantly saying that he actually likes Clark. And then his quizzical reason for saying he likes Clark is because he takes walks with his child. That's great. You know, taking your kid for a walk is great, but you can do that in Cranford, you can do that in Westfield. What specific about Clark does he like? These absurd campaign signs that this group put up that we love Clark after saying they wanted to fundamentally transform Clark for years, you know, pretty much, you know, every council meeting is we hate Clark. Furthermore, this group of people that they ran for the Board of Ed, thank God they didn't win. You know, boy, did we dodge a bullet. You know, I saw on social media some of their viewpoints that they wanted boys on girls' sports teams. You know, they were perfectly fine with boys in girls' locker rooms. They wanted to push curriculum like the 1619 Project, definitely America-hating distortion of our history. I even saw some filthy language by one of their candidates, Katie Pappy Naranjo. New debate game. Every time Donald Trump speaks, let's take a Xanax and hope it's enough not to have to live through his presidency. Yeah, that's a great comment for kids to hear. Pill popping. Wonderful. You know, she
You have
also...
45 seconds.
She also made reference to terms like, you know, really, really filthy terms that she posted on social media. So thank goodness our traditional values candidates won for the council. So thank you for your time this evening, and congratulations, Madam Mayor. Congratulations to Ms. Hoff and the council. Keep doing the great job that you're doing, and we appreciate it. So many people do.
Thank you, Mr. Fogarty. Appreciate it. Anyone else like to come forward? All right, seeing no one, a motion to close this portion of the meeting?
So moved. Second that.
A second, all right, so Councilman O'Connor first, second, Councilmember Hund. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. All right, now we'll move to closing comments. Mayor Albanese.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to give an update on the reservoir. So many citizens have asked me questions and commented. Yes, all the trees are down on the property across from the Schifferstein farm as they prepare the process for dredging the reservoir. The entire project will take 660 days. They have not started dredging yet. Once they start, they'll open up the dam, and it'll take a couple of weeks from now before they actually start the dredging. I do want to mention a special program we're going to be having. I'll hold this up. It's a self-defense seminar We do have a mayor's wellness campaign, which we've had some events for our employees, but we'd like to do something for the citizens. It's being sponsored by the martial arts organization that operates at the Recreation Center, which I am a part of, I am a member of. What they're going to do is they're bringing in a 5th-degree black belt from Atlanta, Georgia. He teaches in the school system down there. He has 120 students, operates at 5 schools. And what this program will do is all the costs are being paid by the school, the karate club here, but they're hoping to get families to attend. It's very family-oriented and going to be, we would like to have the children accompanied by an adult if they attend, and there will be donations appreciated, which will go to the Recreation Center, to the great programs that Ralph is always soliciting funds for. It will cover situational self-defense for all ages, and I mean all ages, from children to near end of life. I'll put it that way, depending upon how you look at it. It'll focus on awareness, how to be aware, how to not look like a victim when you're being approached, and also to understand predator mentality and basic self-defense and escaping techniques designed for the individual and the whole family. So I hope you'll take advantage of this. It'll be held on Wednesday, December 17th. It's around the holidays, but might be a fun activity to do as a family to raise awareness about self-defense and also how to handle bullying situations as well. Once again, it's 6:30 to 8:30 on Wednesday, December 17th. In closing, I want to congratulate Adam Vega for joining as a new member of the Volunteer Fire Department, and also shout out to the high school. They'll be presenting their fall drama this Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. They'll be presenting a dollhouse. So hopefully, if you want to get out and experience the arts of our community, there's an opportunity right there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Councilmember.
one other thing. Wish everyone a wonderful, happy, healthy Thanksgiving.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
Councilmember Huff.
Thank you. Again, I just wanted to say thank you for all of the support for the recent election. I'm very grateful, and I was overwhelmed at how many people had reached out since the election, and I appreciate all of that. But I did want to just reiterate to my fellow council members who spent so much time supporting us and making sure that we got to talk to as many citizens as possible and basically covered this town. I know that it was hours of your time, and I appreciate it. To those who did support us, again, I thank you. To those who didn't, regardless of your party, we represent every citizen in the town, and I look forward to earning your support, and I welcome hearing from anyone over the next 3 years. I did want to mention that on Saturday, December 6th, supporting Project Graduation, the Harlem Wizards are coming to ALJ. Tickets are on sale now and are still, I'm somehow a little bit helping out, looking for members to join the team playing against the Harlem Wizards. Skill level not needed, because they're going to beat you anyway. And you can lose to a Harlem Wizard and still keep your ego intact, I promise. So if anyone is interested, I strongly encourage you to come join me and the others who are playing with us. I'm going to post the link for buying tickets and for more information on my Councilwoman Facebook page. And I just wanted to take a quick second to encourage everybody to make sure that you're following at minimum the Clark Township Facebook page as well. The mayor has a page, the council members have a Facebook page, and just an extra shout out. I'm very proud, I don't know if proud's the right word, but I'm proud and grateful to Liz Klee and applaud her for putting so much consistent and valuable information up on that page as often as they do. The neighborhood pages, they're good for some gossip, some repetitive info about nail salons, and maybe a few trolls here and there. But I strongly encourage you to go to the organic sources. Liz, I think you're doing a great job, and I thank you for all of the information, the valid, timely, organic information that's being put up there. So Clark Township is the page to follow. I also want to thank Captain Acabo, because I know that you've been doing a lot more with Nixle and getting those alerts out about all the traffic and the different holds-ups. So thank you for that. Communication is great, and I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Councilmember Hund.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to give an initial thank you to Mr. Ulrich for his work with resolving the paving issue between the corner of Parkway Drive and Valley Road. Thank you very much for having that taken care of. Thank you to the police department, as usual, for all their continued support of the town and making sure that everything stays safe. Excuse me, stay safe, and importantly, that you all stay safe. And a happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the community. That concludes my remarks.
Thank you. Councilmember Mazzarella.
Yes, thank you, Council President. I first want to congratulate our Mayor, Angel Albanese, and our Councilwoman at Large, Jessica Huff, for a very impressive win this past November. It clearly shows that the majority of the voting residents of our community get it. They understand, and they want our community to be headed in the same direction that it's been heading to for the past 29 years, since we brought this community out of a near bankruptcy to where it is today. Caring, loving, kind, and relatively affordable and safe community. And I want to thank the residents that came out and voted for my two colleagues and all, and shows that we're still intact, and we shows that we are going to continue in this mission together. You, the voters, and we on council and our mayor, to bring this community to further greatness. Secondly, please, ladies and gentlemen, lock your car doors and your residence doors at all times. And if you see, hear, or suspect something, don't hesitate to call our police department, our fire department, or EMS services. They're here to help you. They care for this community, and they care for you all as well. And lastly, to everyone, have a happy, healthy, safe, and blessed Thanksgiving. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you. Councilmember Manetti.
Thank you, Council President. First, I would also like to congratulate the mayor and Councilwoman Hoff on their win over this past election. I look forward to working with you and continue your hard work and dedication. I'd like to congratulate Adam to the newest member of the Clark Fire Department. Also, congratulations to all the athletes over at ALJ. This past week, they were awarded their fall athletic award winners. I'd like to congratulate all of them. And also, I want to congratulate the Board of Education members, Glanis, Hickman, and Melnick, and just wishing everybody a very happy Thanksgiving. That concludes my comments for tonight.
Thank you. Councilmember O'Connor.
Thank you very much. I, too, want to congratulate Mayor Albanese and Councilperson Hoff on their most recent victories. Congratulations. The town got a taste of what you've done since you were put in place. They liked it, and they want to see it continue for the next 3 years. So, again, congratulations. I'd also like to thank the clerk's office, because they had an extremely late night on election night. So I know you had every time I went in, there was just bags of stuff from the county that you guys had to deal with. So, again, thank you for doing it. Appreciate it. Some of you may notice I actually have a beard now. I'm actually participating in No Shave November, or what is called Movember. And it's meant to raise awareness for cancer research and men's health. The movement encourages people to start conversations about cancer and to prioritize men's health issues like prostate and testicular cancer by embracing hair growth and making healthier lifestyle choices, such as staying up to date on screenings. Again, very important. We talked about breast cancer last month. This month, we're talking about men's health, very, very important topic. Congratulations. Again, we have a new member, as Councilman Manetti said, to the fire department. We heard from the emergency squad that the cadet positions are filled. Again, I mentioned it during my report. Thank you, Clark residents, for giving back to the community and volunteering your time. Let's see what else I have here. I hope to see everybody at the township activities for the holidays, as mentioned by the mayor in her report in the morning, as well as Council President Bill Smith on his recreation report. And I'd like to just wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, be safe, and we'll see you next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Toll.
Thank you, Mr. President and members of the Town Council. Every meeting, or I try to instill the thoughts and the philosophy of we're a town of a family. We are one big family. We have agreements, we have goals. We try to do better for each other, help the neighbors out, help the community as a whole, but we're always a family. And recently, we just had some loss in that family, and we want to take note of that because there were some very special people who left us. And we must stop what we're doing and understand how life is that precious. You're here one moment, and then you're gone. Lisa Scatoro, Jerry Scatora's, they were a couple, they were always together. Lisa was a realtor, but she was a Clarkite. Gave a lot to our town, gave a lot to the love of community and family. I had to go to Lisa's wake yesterday, and I met a lot of different people from, her husband was Jerry Scatoro, Clark Police Department Sergeant, Detective Sergeant for many years, and Jerry's and my dad went back as Clark Elks softball players, many back in the 70s. But again, family, you touch different aspects of one's life. And Lisa was too young to go. And I just wanted to say to Jerry Jo, her son, and to Kara, our condolences to you and the loss of your mom. She was a great lady who gave a lot of herself back to the Township of Clark and to various aspects of the community. And to Jerry, I know your heart is broken, but we will never forget what the both of you represent of what was called love. To Rachel Strom, Mark, her lovely husband, Sarah and Gail. Rachel was a longtime librarian. If you're a librarian fan, I know the mayor is. Rachel worked the counter. She was the counter clerk for years, back in the 80s and the 90s. Rachel worked, and you always saw her at the library, oh, hi, Brian, get another book? Yeah. Again, a part that you maybe don't know every day, but has left us. And to Mark and your family, I'm so sorry. She was such a great lady and gave so much back of herself and to her family, but to the community as a whole. Catherine Vaccaro, the Vaccaro Bakery dynasty. I called it a dynasty for years, but Mrs. Vaccaro was the matriarch of the family. I went to school with Phyllis, who was 2 years older than me, class of 78. So again, it's a family. The Vaccaros give back still to this day with the name of their bakery that the mother had put together, and she was an elderly woman, but still gave of herself to build the foundation to what we have today. And as I said to the people at the wake yesterday, we're a family. Let us give us back our time and our love to one another. Again, Thanksgiving's coming up. We'll see. There's no football game. Is there a football game? No football game. I know they changed the way the programs are done this year, the way they're done with the athletics departments, and the football annual Thanksgiving game is a thing of the past. But I just want to again say to all, have a healthy and happy Thanksgiving. If you have a question, I was out campaigning with the mayor and Councilwoman Hoff. It was such a blast knocking on your door, saying hello, and we'll be back again next year. We're here to make a better community and have again, family first and a better community. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I appreciate you allowing me to talk.
Great, thank you. Madam Clerk, you have anything to add?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I want to congratulate the mayor and Councilwoman Hoff, and also thank Councilman O'Connor for mentioning our office. This was our first election with the full new team, and everything went smoothly, and I'm very proud of Nicole and Christina and the help that they provided during this election. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Thank you.
Counselor, you have anything to add?
Just congratulations to the mayor and to Councilwoman Hoff. And I do wish also everyone a very, very happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Police Director Grady or Captain Akabualat, you have anything to add or you want to say to the citizens? All good? I appreciate it. All right, in closing, again, I just want to congratulate Mayor Albanese and Councilwoman Hoff. It was actually, Jim, he talked enough tonight. So I'll get back to you in a second. So, but I actually enjoyed going door to door. I mean, you got 60+% of the vote, so 60+% of the doors we knocked at, the people were like, we got you, we're voting for you, no worries. But it was actually great knocking on the doors and speaking to the people who weren't so enamored with us, and having a civil debate and talking to them and bringing up issues, and some of them, by the end of our conversations, like, you know what, you guys are doing a great job. Some said, we'll vote for you, some said, I would never vote for you, but needless to say, the overwhelming majority of the people out there, it was great going door to door. So at this time, Jim, you have anything to add?
Okay, appropriately, I'll close out the meeting then. So, we have Brian on all of the people who have passed, and I would just want to congratulate the Christy Vieira, and our CFO just had a beautiful baby boy. So we're adding to the future employment of the Township of Clark. And I want to congratulate Jessica Hoff on her win, and Mayor Albanese, and just going back and forth with all the comments and questions from both of you, and it was very successful. So obviously we did everything right, and we're doing things the right way. And finally, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
All right, thank you. All right, at this time, a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Councilman Toll. Second, Councilmember Hun. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. All right, see you. Happy Thanksgiving. See you next month.